All right, what's up, guys? Today I'm gonna kind of explain the black market for the newer players that are just getting into Albion, and this is applicable for both the East and the West server. So the first thing that I want to get across about the black market is it is not necessarily a player market like all the other markets that are in the world of Albion. So all the other markets, right? There's players that put things on the market, and then there's other players that buy those items, and so on and so forth, right? Now the black market is basically players put things on the black market, but the game buys those items, and what makes it buy those items is whenever somebody opens a chest or kills a mob and gets a mob drop, or anything that you do in the open world that gives you loot, such as like a piece of armor or a weapon. That all comes from the black market. So basically, the black market has buy orders set, and it's basically telling you that it wants to buy this item because there are mobs that are being killed in the world that need these orders to be filled. However, when you go into the black market, which I will show you right now, if I go to my sell tab, I currently have a mercenary jacket and an assassin jacket in my inventory. If you go over here and look at the buy orders, right? Currently, it wants to buy 11 right away for 2,562 silver. Normally, it won't be that high. That's actually a pretty decent price for it to have a buy order for. Normally, it's less. It's closer to this one down here. Like, it's going to be usually a loss in silver on the buy order side. So, unless it's basically matching what the sell orders are, you just completely forget about the buy orders. All you want to care about is the sell orders. Okay, so in this case, someone listed a mercenary jacket for 2,693 silver. When you come down here, right, you can look. I usually pay attention to the last 6 hours because prices and everything change. Like you can see, every 6 hours, it pretty much just fluctuates. This is like downtime, right? This is like in the middle of the night. Everything's pretty much the same. So I usually just pay attention from the 6 hour mark and up to the current time. So let's see, 6 hours ago, 106 of these were bought by the black market. That means that 106 people somewhere in the world of Albion got a tier 4 flat mercenary jacket out of a mob drop or a chest or whatever it may be, right? So that's basically like that's a very simple way of explaining how the black market works. People put things on the black market, but other players do not buy those items. The game itself buys those items to give to other players. Now, there's also another part of the black market that really doesn't matter, but it's basically a silver sink. So some items that you put on the black market, they won't really, like, they'll sell, the black market will buy them, but it won't always distribute them to other players. So like a percentage of something that you sell, right? Let's just say like 5%. If you have 100 mercenary jackets and you sell all 100 of those, let's say 5% of those go into a silver sink, they just get deleted out of the game, right? And that's basically just kind of to balance the economy, I guess. Like it just kind of does it on its own. But yeah, that's like a very quick way of explaining how the black market works. But then there's another thing that I want to show you. So with the black market, you can't check the prices of things unless you have that item in your inventory. However, you don't need any specific tier. Like if you wanted to figure out how much a tier 6 mercenary jacket costs or would sell for on the black market, you don't need to buy a tier 6 mercenary jacket. You could buy even a tier 3 mercenary jacket. But for this instance, I went with tier 4 because every piece of armor can be tier 4. But there are certain armor pieces that can be down to tier 3. But With this tier 4 item, I can click on this drop down right here and it shows me all of the tiers that I can have access to, right? So let's say I wanted to look at tier 6, right? And I wanted to look at the 6.1 price. So I can, oops, my bad. 6.1 sell order, right? So people are listing these for 81,000. So I could click on the picture right here and I could scroll down. The estimated market value is 72,000. So let's get rid of that and let's check what this is worth. 31,000. Oh, on the black market. The black market is buying it for around 47,000. So that's a 16,000 silver profit. So that's basically the way that you kind of look for things on the black market. Now you don't just have to do jackets, you can do weapons too, or offhands, or just anything like that, right? But I just wanted to kind of give you guys a really quick explanation of how the black market works for the newer players. I could go a little bit deeper into it. Like what I've explained is pretty much all of it. The big things to take away are don't pay attention to these. Like if you're new, do not pay attention to the buy orders at all. Just focus on the sell orders. And then when you are trying to figure out whether you're going to make money or not, the easiest way is to click on the picture of whatever you want to sell that is in your inventory, check the estimated market value, and compare that with the sell orders for the black market. And then after that, you can check to see how many are being bought by the black market. Honestly, if it's over like 50 per hour, this hour, as I'm recording this, there's only been 23 minutes into this hour currently, so it hasn't really updated. So this 3 sold thing probably isn't that accurate. But if there's like above 50 per hour, you will pretty much be able to sell like all of them. However many you're making. Like I wouldn't really suggest listing 700 of them. That is a lot of mercenary jackets to be bought by the black market, and people are probably going to undercut you. So I would just stick to, like, look at how much the value is, or how many items are being sold per 6 hours, and cut that in half, and then that's the number that you want to be selling. So yeah, that's just a quick little rundown of how the black market works. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something new. And yeah, thanks for watching.